So today I'm coming to talk about psychology and the mental pathology that is suppressing the energy of black boys. The reason why is because I hear so much talk about men being no good in America. But before men become men, they are boys. And these boys that are becoming men in America have a very distinct mental pathology and psychology that is introduced to them starting in the home and at school. And I'm going to connect everything I'm talking about in this video. So, black boys are in America, and they are predominantly taught by white females, right? And again, before I go into this video, this is not racist. This is common sense crossed with mental pathology and psychology of influence on the mental disorder of our young black boys. Now, being someone who have studied psychology and mental pathology for years, I don't only use the textbooks of the machine. I use a textbook that has always been in existence before time even had a perception. And this is a textbook that I call common sense. And that can only come from the spirit of who you really are. So when you have black boys being taught by predominantly white women in America, the psychology of that says that this white face is the power structure of my control, of who control me. So when you have black boys who are in school 8 to 10 hours in front of a white face that are teaching them, doing something that's supposed to come from the person that they come from, the mother, the fathers, then this takes away or disconnects a spiritual connection to the unit in which they come from. And it gives the power and the trust to the face that don't look like them. And I'm not saying because the face don't look like them, it can't teach them. It's fine. But as children, as boys, we don't know the importance of principle, right? But we do know that our heroes are our mothers and our fathers. And the reason is because the person that they saw as their hero, the person that's supposed to be their teacher, the person that's supposed to be their healer, the leader, the image that reflects their soul, they don't see that more than they see the face that is predominantly teaching them in a machine that is incorrect and it is not their home. Mental pathology is an agenda being placed on young black boys. Now, this video is for young black boys in particular. I'm going to do another video for young black girls because that's very important as well. Now, for those who can't stand what I'm saying, just move on. But I respectfully advise that you watch this video if you have young black boys. Now, we're going to connect everything that I just now said. So now we have a machine that predominantly have white women teaching young black boys. And they see this face every single day. So this does something to them psychologically over the years, right? So now, as these young black boys get older, right? Or as they're growing older, when they get back to their unit, it is now a stranger to them. They're no longer connected to their unit. They're more connected to that image and that machine that they're being taught at than they are with the unit and the image in their home that is natural in which they come from. So now, when that face, that black woman tells this black boy to do something, he disrespects her and tells her he's not doing a damn thing. That's not him speaking. That's something else speaking that has been built up in him through the machine that is giving him an image that's telling him that this is his teacher, this is his power structure, and this is who controls him. How can you respect a parent who spends more time away from you or from her child? How can a child respect a parent who spends more time away from that child than a person who's placed before him more days and more hours throughout the day, teaching him? Right? You all may say, what does this have to do with anything? When environments has power, you become your environment. Your environment is who you are. So if you are in an environment that has a structure that is based off of control, and within that structure, that control goes out to the masses of the people in that power structure, then you are looking at a system that is telling the masses within this power structure that this is the power that you're supposed to respect. Nowhere else but here. When a woman say that she can be a father, right, to a young boy, that is naturally impossible. It is chemically impossible. Because a black boy has a certain respect for a man than he do a woman. When a mother tells a child to do something, right, the same way that a father tells a child to do something, he's receiving it differently. Why is that? Because you have two different elements of energy that is focusing on creating something in that child. The father's protection is the level of discipline in that boy. But if the father is not around to protect his son through discipline, the mother's element is only a modified version of the father, which is, we know through foods that is genetically modified is unhealthy, is going to be unhealthy, and the principles is going to be unhealthy inside of that black boy. And to mothers, just because you feel like you can yell at your boys, that doesn't make you a man. You can't alter that element that God has given you. As far as playing your role in being nurturing, being a teacher, being a healer, being a mother. That's what you are. That's your power. A father's power is discipline, which falls within the jurisdiction of protection. You protect your child by disciplining them. You protect your home by making sure everything is kept up. This is the leadership of the man within his home. But when a child grows up, and he's in front of an image that don't look like his, that psychologically turns him off from the respect that he have within the unit that he has to go home to that has an image like him, because he don't see that more than he see the face inside of that school. That face inside of that school that is teaching him. That face inside of that school that's telling him that you have to do what I tell you to do. So in his mind, subconsciously, when a black woman tells him to do something, subconsciously, he's saying, I ain't got to do nothing. And that's the part of him that is being taught by the machine that has that image in it that don't look like him, that white face, because he sees her more than he sees you. And he's going to grow up and he's going to have more of a respect for that image than yours. And this is why young black boys grow up. And you say that black men are no good. Black men are boys before men. So therefore, the psychology of that boy who became a man was taught to look like something that is no good in the eyes of something that never taught him. If you're not teaching your boys, this is your responsibility, mothers. But you have another face that don't look like his, another white woman that's predominantly teaching black boys in America, teaching him, then that's the respect that he's going to stand at attention for as he get older. Influence, mental pathology, this stuff is engineered this way. You got a white woman teaching black boys the majority of the time that they're in school. I ain't saying that all of them are. And I'm not saying that all schools operate this way, but I'm speaking for the majority, because the majority is what hinders, right, the society. when it comes to young black boys becoming the no good black men that their own mothers and daughters and sisters are calling them, even though they come from them, not knowing that they spend more time on themselves, makeup, hair, nails done, right? You spend more time on yourselves, right, covering yourself up physically than trying to cover yourself up spiritually. So you have nothing to teach your black boys. Of course, they're going to grow up to be no good men. And again, this is not to down you. Take emotion out the equation and try to hear what I'm saying. It's time to stop playing games. Woman, I'm telling you all, you can say that black men are no good, but you are raising the black boys that are becoming the black men that you are calling no good. This makes you look bad. You need to pull them out of a system that is teaching them to respect a face that don't look like yours. A system that is teaching them to be faggots that are feminizing our black boys. And you saying that we can't protect you, but look at what you are creating. Look at what you are assisting. Look at what you are supporting. We will not tolerate any of this going forward. We will not tolerate our boys being in sports alone. We will push them into science. We will push them into business essentials and other areas of business. We will teach them to be controllers and owners and masters of their demise. Because if not, we will continue to be on the totem pole at the lowest. And we would not take this anymore. So we say to the world, I say to the world, speaking from the spirit of my voice, that we will not accept this. Engineering tactics from the schools. We will not accept these parents pushing their energy off to our children because of what they experienced and putting fear in them and taking away their potential peace. We will not have that. We will protect our sons. We will protect our daughters by all means necessary. And we will end this mental pathology and psychology that is being pushed and engineered on our black boys and black girls, because mothers and fathers of the black community, we need to unite, come together. And when it's time to go up to the school to have these meetings, you ask questions. And fathers, pick your chest up and stop being punks. And when you look at these people in the face, you look directly into their eyes and you tell them what you know. I love y'all. Peace.